next, girls, okay? So this for your notes, you can write this bit down. Elements of a set just means it's in the set, right? And I'm really just reminding you of this symbol. Does anyone remember the symbol for is an element of? It's kind of a funny looking euro sign, isn't it? Is an element of, so 2 is an element of the set B, right? 1 is an element of the set C, right? Okay, 5 is an element of C. What about it's not an element, right? 10 is not an element of, look at not an element, girls, it's the element symbol with a line through it. So 10 is not an element of B, right? 5 is not an element of B even, right? 5 is not in B. Is that okay? So is an element means it's in it, is not an element means it's not in it. Do you remember that symbol? Right, just to remind you. So is an element, is not an element is the same symbol with a line through it. It's like the equal sign with the line through it a minute ago. It means is not equal to. So is an element, is not an element. So is an element, so this one is not an element. Are we good? I take it away? Can I? Anyone? Everyone's okay? So is an element, is not an element. The null set is the empty set, the set with nothing in it. Does anyone remember what the symbol for the null set is? There's 2 symbols you can use. I can use curly brackets with nothing inside them. So it's clearly empty, isn't it? Okay. Does anyone remember what the other symbol for the null set is? It's a circle with a line across it, isn't it? Okay. Now, please don't write this down. This is what some people write down for the null set. Tell me what's wrong with that. That's actually the set with 0 in it. Okay, so that's not the null set. There's something in that set, a 0. And sometimes you see this. So please don't be that person. One or the other. Okay, your choice, not both. Right? Okay, is that right? Empty set has nothing in it. Right? The set of all the boys in the room. Right? There's no boys in the room, so it's the null set. Okay? Is that right? Are we okay with null set? It's a set with nothing in it. Right? Good. Can I take it away? Right. The next thing I want to talk about is the intersection of 2 sets. So this is like, you know, we had the U a minute ago for the union. Well, this is like the upside down U. So it's just upside down. Is that right? So it's the same symbol upside down. So it was U for union. If it's upside down, it's intersection. All the elements which are common to both sets. So if I said, no, I'm going to do this one here. So I'll put the example on the next page. Actually, I won't, I'll just write it out again. If A is a set 1, 2, 3, 4, and B is a set 3, 4, and 5, and if I asked you for A upside down U, B, so that was, where does A intersect? It's called intersect. So when you're saying that out loud, you say intersect. A intersect B. So where do A and B overlap, as in what's in both? You okay? Sorry. So A intersect B. So what's my answer? What elements are in both sets? Is 1 in both sets? No. Is 2 in both sets? No. 3? Yeah. And 4? Yeah. And then there's a 5 in B, but that's not in A. So just the answer is 3 and 4. Is that okay? Now, this is another example. So C is A, B, C, F. D is A, C, G, H. Right. Sorry, I just moved it up. Do you know what? C equals A, B, C, F. G equals A, C, G, H. So C intersection D. So C, this upside down symbol, what's the answer? What's in both C and D? Answer? A and C. Yeah. Okay? Is that right? Got intersection. Are we good? Can I take it away? Ready for the next slide? We good? Everyone? Holly, are you okay? Right, okay, everyone's okay? Right, scream at me if you're not. Right, cardinal number of a set. Okay, and you'll be familiar with that, she called that the hashtag, yeah? Right, so that symbol, that hashtag symbol means the cardinal number of a set. So if I said A was the set A, B, C, D, right, the cardinal number of A, right, so it's like the hashtag and then A. It means the cardinal number of A. It means don't list the elements of A for me. Don't list them for me. Just tell me how many there is. So how many elements are in A? 3. Is this all coming back to you? Yeah. Yeah. If I said the cardinal number of B, what would you say? 4. Say don't list the elements, count them. 1, 2, 3, 4. And look girls, this is the only one where the answer doesn't go in curly brackets. Right? Okay. Because you're not listing elements of a set. Right? You're just counting them. So this is the only one, there's no curly brackets around the answer. Is that okay? And the cardinal number is C, girls? 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 5 of them. Right, I'm going to remind you of a Venn diagram. Okay, yes. Yeah. Okay, so remember, do you remember the Venn diagram where you have 2 sets overlapping? Will I call them A and B, right, and I will go, and this is the universal set. Do you remember this from last year? D, right, okay, so I'm going to go 1, 2, 3. Okay, do you remember the Venn diagrams from last year? Okay, let's see how much you actually remember. Okay, so I'm going to get my coloured pens, because I love colouring. Right, okay, and I'm going to draw a green circle for A, or no, I'm going to draw a blue circle even for A. Right, okay, so A is a blue circle, and I'm going to draw a green circle for B. Right. Okay, now, so this is nearly everything you learned last year in one class. Okay, so I know I'm going fast, but I'm hoping it's revision, so if you don't get something, make sure you stop me. Right, if I said list the elements of A, what would you say? So you can stop writing and look up for a minute, and you can answer my questions, and then I'll give you plenty of time to write. If I was to say list the elements of A, Aisling, what would you say?
8.
Very good. More?
4.
Yeah.
7.
7 and 9. So it's everything inside the blue circle, isn't it? What's a common mistake? Point out the common mistake to me. What do people leave out? Madison.
7.
They leave out the 7 and the 9. Okay? Because they're in the middle. But the 7 and the 9 are still in the blue circle, aren't they? So therefore they're part of the answer. Right? If I said list the elements of B, Kate, what would you say to me? The elements of B?
1, 5, 6, 7, and 9.
1, 5, 6, 7 and 9. Very good. So 7 and 9 are in there again. Is that alright?
Yeah.
Okay. If I asked you for hashtag A, what am I asking you for? Cardinal number of A. So don't bother listing them, just count them. So how many, what's the answer?
4.
4. If I asked you for the cardinal number of B, what would the answer be? 5. There's 5 elements in there, isn't there? Okay, so if I asked you for A union B,
7, 9.
no, union, it's U for union, so union means together. Tell me. 4, 8, 7, 9.
Excuse me please, if any teacher has the green tag key for the iPads, they might return it to reception please. Senior Camogie meeting today in the chapel at 1:15. All players in 4th, 5th and 6th are to attend. Upcoming matches from next Wednesday, and we need to confirm panel and numbers. Would Ruby Mulqueen and Danishri Morelli come to reception? Break time. A cream top was found on the stairs this morning, and also a black hairband. A sum of money was found on Friday afternoon. It was handed into reception. Thank you.
Okay, so A union B is everything in A and everything that's in B. So I'm just going, if it's inside in the circles, I'm listing it. So it's 4, 8, 7, 9, 1, 5, 6. So it's everything inside in the circle. Right? Okay, so don't get it mixed up with the intersection. It looks like a U. U for union. And union means together. Right? If I said the cardinal number of A union B, what would you say to me? Yes.
I think we're working to be at reception because I lost my €5 and I will check.
Yeah, yeah. So the cardinal number of A union B, girls? 7. Don't list them. I'll just count them. Okay. Is that right? Okay. Still on this. same diagram. Okay, what if I said, can I do this? Have I cut you off if I do this? No. So same diagram. If I said this symbol, A, this symbol, what am I looking for? What's it called? Intersection. And what's the answer? 7 and 9. It's where they overlap. If I did the cardinal number of A intersection B, what would the answer be? 2. So B, don't list them, just count them for me. Are we okay? What if I ask for the universal set? Now the universal set is a full-on proper U. You know, I had this here. It's not a proper U. Sure it's not? The universal set is a full-on proper U. Is that okay? So the universal set is everything inside the box. So can you list everything in the box for me? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Okay, so it doesn't matter where in the box they are, just if they're inside the box, you list it. Doesn't matter if they're in the circles, outside the circles, they're in the box, aren't they? So therefore they have to be listed. Does everyone get that? And if I said the cardinal number of the universal set, what would you say? 9. Right? Okay, so I think that's enough.